Hey, what's up everybody? Today's video is a bit different. I'm going to be reviewing healthy food options that I've been trying to find. I got these Hail Mary cups. Personally, I like dessert, I like candy, so it's tough for me sometimes to stay away from the candy and to eat healthy. There's been an emergence of healthier, sweet desserts. They still have sugar in them. So first, we'll try the espresso type. The espresso, I think, would be good for me because I do enjoy coffee. I drink 1 or 2 cups of coffee per day. But a little bit about these Hail Marys. These Hail Marys, they're a bit expensive. They're more expensive than your traditional candy. These are a healthy version of a Reese's peanut butter cup. So on the front, 5.5 grams of sugar per cup, and then you have 2 cups per serving in here. And then on the back, it says, yes, please. So it's talking about all the good ingredients it's got in there. Plant-based, low temp crafted, superfood ingredients. And then it says, no, thank you. No dairy or eggs, no soy, no preservatives, no sugar alcohol, and no palm, sunflower, or safflower oil. I could be wrong, but I think palm oil is actually good for you. It's palm kernel oil that is considered to be an industrial vegetable oil. It says made entirely of plants. And then one thing that I've noticed about these is that you have to refrigerate them. And that's a key indicator for me, because if you have to refrigerate something, then it means that it doesn't have that many preservatives in it. And a lot of these candies and a lot of these foods with a long shelf life is because, and you don't have to refrigerate them, it's because they have a lot of preservatives in them that keep them stable on a shelf, but in turn are not very good for you. So we'll go and talk about the ingredients here. But for the espresso, it's organic maple syrup, blanched almonds, cocoa processed with alkali, organic virgin coconut oil, organic coffee, and sea salt. The rule of thumb that I normally follow in trying to eat a healthy diet is the less ingredients, the better. Especially if you know what all the ingredients are. We all see it. We go to the store and we see the list of ingredients, and some of them, the list is 50, 60, 70 ingredients long. Don't even know what they are. I know that I run into that a lot. Sometimes I buy stuff like that just because I can't find an alternative. Anyway, I'm gonna jump into these. Sorry, I dropped it. I'm gonna jump into these. I'm just gonna eat one because they have 1 serving per container, so 200 calories for the espresso. So that means that each cup has 5 grams of sugar, 2 grams of protein, 7 grams of carbs, and 100 calories, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. Especially because I just did a 6-mile run at a 6:58 pace, so I need something to keep me going, because I'm starting to get a little tired. This is what the cups look like. If you compare what these look like to what Reese's peanut butter cups look like, you'll see that these already look a lot more natural because there's not that many ingredients in it. Oh man, they're kind of hard to get out of the container without messing up the shape and the integrity, but I'll go ahead and eat one. Very chewy. Wow, that's actually very good. I'd give that 4.5 out of 5 jumps. That's pretty good, maybe even higher, maybe like a 4.6, 4.7. Coffee taste is extremely strong. If you don't like coffee, I would not try those if you're not a coffee fan, because the coffee taste is very, very strong. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. I can definitely taste the maple syrup in there. I can taste the sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. Next, I'm gonna go to the almond butter one. I eat a lot of almond butter on its own, so I'll probably like this one too. Overall, just a sideway into my personal life, I'm not a picky eater at all. I like basically every kind of food that you can think of. I'll eat at any kind of restaurant. What I normally like to do is I like to eat at non-chain, smaller business type restaurants, so I can try to drive some business toward them and spend money with them. In the almond butter cup, 210 calories per package, so that means 105 calories per cup, 16 grams of fat, 12 grams of carbs, and this is for the whole package. So for 1 cup, it'd be 8 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of sugar, 3 grams of protein, and 6 grams of carbs. So the fiber you got 4 grams in the pack and 2 grams. So really, you got 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber. So really you have 4 grams of carbs per cup, which isn't bad because that's the net carb calculation, is total carbs minus total fiber. That gives you the net carbs. They look pretty much the same as the espresso. All right, again, the package isn't that great. I think the packaging could probably improve a little bit. All right, I'm gonna try the almond butter one. That one's pretty good. The flavor is not as intense as the espresso. I can definitely taste the almond butter. I can taste the other flavors, the chocolate, the sweetness. I like the espresso a little better. I'd probably give that a 4.3 out of 5, just because I like intense, bold flavors, and this flavor for this cup is more subtle. So if you like more subtle flavors, I think that would work out well for you. I'm a big fan of almond butter, but almond butter is not a strong flavor. But a 4.3, and I gave the espresso a 4.7. Now, the peanut butter. Peanut butter, almond butter, a little bit of a different flavor. I think the peanut butter has overall more calories and probably a little bit more protein, I think. In this one, we have the ingredients are blanched almonds, peanut butter, so you got almonds and peanut butter. Of course, organic maple syrup, organic virgin coconut oil, cocoa powder processed with alkali, organic coconut sugar, cashews, filtered water, vanilla extract, and sea salt. You have 13 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, so 1 gram of fiber per cup, and then 8 grams of sugar, so you have 4 grams of sugar per cup, 17 grams of fat. Now these, yeah, they look to be about the same color as the other two. Now this one, you can see the consistency here on the side is, it's not as up here, especially there's a part missing. I think that when you're making food like this in small batches and you're only using a few ingredients, you're gonna get food that looks like this. I actually like that, the inconsistency on the crust, because it makes it look more authentic, and you know that they're not using a whole lot of ingredients in these. That one I like a lot better than the almond, because the peanut butter has a much more bold flavor. So I'm gonna put that right up there with the espresso, 4.7. That was definitely good. The flavor just hit me right away, the flavor of the peanut butter, and I could tell that whatever peanuts they used were top notch. Now the last one is the key lime pie. I'm a huge fan of key lime pie because I love the bold flavor and I love the sour taste. 210 calories, so 105 calories per cup. You got 11 grams of sugar, 1 gram of fiber, 8 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat. If you look at the alternatives, the regular candy, you're gonna have a lot more. You're gonna have a lot more sugar. You're gonna have a lot more, and the sugar is gonna be high fructose corn syrup. It's not gonna be maple syrup. You're gonna have more carbs. You're gonna have more ingredients. You have organic shredded coconut, organic blue agave, organic virgin coconut oil, organic coconut sugar, blanched almonds, cashews, lime juice, organic coconut flour, filtered water, organic lemon juice powder, and sea salt. Some specific ingredients to make it so that it's a key lime pie taste, but also some of the base ingredients used. All right, these look a lot different, you can see. I like the color of these. The color immediately, to me, says good things because the color does not have this artificial green look to it that a lot of key lime pies have. That to me says that the ingredients that they're using, number one, they're not using many ingredients, and the ingredients that they're using are high quality. This natural color here, I think is a great thing. These two look kind of different. The one in my left hand looks like it has less filling than the one on my right. I also like what the crust looks like. It looks very natural. You won't really see a lot of the different colors like that in a pie that is made in large batches. My only complaint with these is that they're really difficult to remove from the container. So here is the key lime pie. Wow. But that definitely has a bold, sour flavor to it. As soon as you bite into it, it just attacks the taste buds. Man, I think that for me, I'm gonna rate that a 4.8. That was outstanding, and it was better than the espresso. Espresso was good, but that right there, that flavor, that bold hit, as soon as you bite into it, you feel the rush of the lime and the sour taste. If you like sour candy, if you like sour tasting food, like sweet and sour chicken, stuff like that, that's definitely good for you. If you like lime, lemon, yeah, that was awesome. Overall, those are good alternatives. They do have a good bit of sugar. I don't know if these are, they say keto on the front of it. I'm not sure what keto means in this context. If you're following the ketogenic diet, I think that the ketogenic diet only allows for 25 grams of carbohydrates per day. 25 grams, that's nothing. In this entire package here, you have 12 grams of carbohydrates. So maybe keto on the front of the packages is meaning to say you can eat a package of those in one day and you'll still have 13 grams of carbs left to spend somewhere else. If you're looking for a better alternative, it's definitely a more healthy alternative to any other candy out there on the market. I can't remember how much I paid for them. I'll put it up on the screen now, how much I paid for each one of them. I think they're gonna be more expensive. They're made in smaller batches. They're not using any preservatives so they can extend the shelf life. So that's something to take note of. So the price is gonna be more expensive, but if you're looking for better food, they're a great alternative. My favorite, definitely the key lime, and my least favorite was the almond. The almond I rated at 4.3, the key lime I rated at 4.8, and the other two, peanut butter and espresso, were in between. But all four are good. The almond I would get if you like more subtle flavors. The other three, the peanut butter was subtle, but not as subtle as the almond. But the key lime and the espresso, definitely more bold, pronounced flavors. And if you're like me and you like bold, pronounced flavors in your food, definitely check out those two.